Usos and walking away with a victory, now making it 4-0. And remember, first 1 to 7 wins in this win the War Games between WCW and the WWE. Now, very first War Games match of the night is by the women. The men are in the main event. And you may have noticed something on the WCW women's side. Now, a lot to talk about with that, but it does look like Allison Wagner is a member of D-Generation X. And D-Generation X, not in the WWE, but D-Generation X in the WCW.
War Games match. The rules of the match are as follows. 2 teams will be contained in separate cages, with 1 member of each team starting the match. At regular intervals, alternating members from each team will be released to enter the match. The team with the advantage will be the first to have a member released into the match. Once all competitors have entered, War Games officially begins. The match can be won by pinfall or submission. Now, let the War Games begin!
Absolutely crazy. Thank you very much, Digital. 100 episode. Wow, time flies, and that does fly indeed. When I went back through and I started counting up all the episodes, I was like, man, I can't believe we're coming up on episode 100 already. Absolutely crazy.
Introducing first, from Virginia, the irresistible force, Rebecca Dawn.
Rowdy, you know why that happened. I ran with McWayne, and on my very first time, I also got the Ouroboros. That's because you're a member of the Horsemen. Horsemen, that's how we do things. We don't mess around. We don't have to do it 2 times. One time, killing them softly with our song. But congratulations, Rowdy. It's an absolutely fun gun to play with. But here we go. Rebecca, going to be the very first competitor tonight in the ring for the women's WCW team. WCW teams and the WWE teams are a mixed match of wrestlers, not all one faction, not all one thing. Members of multiple different factions, but Becky is going to have a tough spot here, facing off against the WWE Women's Champion in the first 90 seconds of this War Games match. Mano Womano.
Representing the Judgment Day, from Adelaide, Australia, the WWE Women's World Champion, Rhea Ripley.
But Rhea Ripley, the WWE Women's World Champion, Games Arena, that's what it is. You always have 2 rings. You don't necessarily have the cage. If you go back and watch the old WCW, a lot of great matches. One of them that comes to mind is when Eddie Guerrero faced off against Rey Mysterio Jr. in a War Games match, or during a War Games pay-per-view event. But there was no steel cage, there was no nothing. A lot of cool things were done off of that ring, and I hope what they do is they put in the bare bones of it. The next year they build onto it. The next year they build onto it. Becky, though, getting to work on Rhea Ripley. I don't think Rhea expected this. But Becky not disappointing, letting them know this is why the WCW picked her to be in this match. Now, some other news that we have found out recently is who the GMs are of the WWE, of the WCW. And we still don't know who the GM is down there running NXT. But what we do know is Shane McMahon is the GM of the WWE. Stephanie McMahon running the operations of it, but Shane McMahon, the GM of the WWE. Now, who is it gonna be? So Becky, really drawing the short straw here, is going to have to face off against two WWE competitors. Remember, the match does not officially start until all 8 women are in the ring. But as for right now, she better hope that Raquel Rodriguez keeps grabbing stuff and throwing it in and taking her time getting into this match, because the longer she does, the shorter amount of time it is going to be 2-on-1. Right now, I mean, technically it's 1-on-1, so. But we can see a member of D-Generation X, Allison Wagner. We were wondering, was she going to be in the New World Order? Was she going to be not in the New World Order? What was going on? And we didn't know. Well, tonight we can see, and we may not know how it all plays out. We may not know how it has all happened or how this has come to be. We may not even find the answers tonight. But what we do know is DX appears to be back, at least in the WCW. Look at this, Becky fighting her way through. Doing a great job. Like, I don't think you could have asked for any more than that. And right now, Witcher wasted no time, said she doesn't need to get any of them because the weapons appear to be in the ring already. And both of these WWE women looking to get after Witcher right away. But so we know, yeah, I remember that too. But we also know, so we know Shane O'Mac, the GM of the WWE, Eric Bischoff is the new old GM of the brand new WCW. So those two guys are the ones who kind of built this card and put their wrestlers against who they're putting their wrestlers against. They each had a slot, they put the wrestlers in the slots, and this is how it all lined up. Witcher finally starting to get things turned around on Rhea Ripley, but right about the time she does that, we are getting ready to release another wrestler right into the midst. And here comes Asuka representing the WWE. Now that leaves Alexa Bliss still to come in for the WWE. That leaves Allison Wagner and Ozzy for Team WCW. What is going on, Eagle? Welcome to the stream, brother. Look at that, Becky taking it off the middle of the top rope. Picking up the chair, but Asuka gets in probably a little bit faster than Becky was expecting. And now Becky again in a 2-on-1 situation. Nope, she's back to a 1-on-1, taking it to Asuka. Witcher now in a 2-on-1, taking chair shots. But look at that, Raquel Rodriguez at least nice enough to give Rhea Ripley a couple chair shots while she was at it. Rhea Ripley taking it up top, taking it to Witcher. Asuka taking it to the second rope. Becky getting back to her feet. Does she see it coming? Does not. Takes it Looks like Raquel has set up a table. This is one of the few matches that they will actually put people through the table, whether it be on accident or whether or not. Witcher fights through it, but look at this. Allison Wagner, a new member of Degeneration X, now makes her way into the ring. And what does that mean? Like, could the other members of Degeneration X be? Will we see them tonight? Will we get any of our questions answered? Not really sure, but as soon as Alexa Bliss and Ozzy make it into this match, the match will be underway. First one to get pinned or tap out will lose the match and the other team will win. Will the WCW be able to take it to 5-0? Look at this big choke slam right there. Coming down on Allison Wagner. Rhea Ripley taking it to Becky. Look at this again. Another choke slam, and she choke slammed her right on top of that chair. Becky hits Asuka with the table, throws it at her more like it. Asuka doesn't appreciate that. And look at Raquel Rodriguez over here on the right, all the way up and all the way back down on top of Allison Wagner now. Alexa Bliss bringing in the sledgehammer, bringing in all kinds of stuff. And again, they would like her to keep bringing weapons in and not get in this ring. And a table has been split open or broken up already, but there is another table in the middle of the ring. Alexa Bliss taking Becky down right on top of that. And now, thought Asuka would have been setting it up, but does not get it set up. Man, I'm telling you what, Allison not having the best War Games as of now, but starting to get that turned around. Thought she might have knocked down Rhea Ripley, but just every time she starts to, Rhea gets it reversed back around on her. Not working out for the better. And now War Games getting ready to start. As soon as Ozzy makes it through those ropes, it will officially begin. And look at the absolute carnage inside this ring. So here's the dangerous thing. 6 wrestlers on the left, 2 on the right. The 2 on the right could end War Games that fast. Rhea Ripley going to the top. She has seen it done one time already. Can Allison get out of the way of what's happening? She does. But now can she turn it around against Rhea Ripley? Gets her locked in. And then takes her, smashes her back into the mat. Raquel Rodriguez kind of sees what's going on and tries to stop Allison Wagner, but just misses. Now she's like, I'm out of here. I don't want any part of this. Allison jumps and huge crossbody on Rhea. Will she go for the pin? Doesn't go for the pin. And somehow Rhea Ripley got that turned back around. Double choke slam onto her. Rhea now trying to take it back up on top. Witcher in the middle of everything. Now back on Alexa Bliss. Allison still down on the ground. Rhea on the top again. This time she does land it, and I gotta believe she's going for the pin. Rolls the leg. 2, 3, and the WWE finally gets on the board with their first victory.
Rhea Ripley, Raquel Rodriguez, Asuka, and Alexa Bliss.
So, hard-fought victory for the women of the WWE. But they walk away with their first victory. They had to believe by the time this started to go downtown that they would have been almost well in hand of winning.